it's like being in a beautiful house with so much, yet all you can hear is the sound of silence. You can hear it. Both of you are completely silent. All you say is, good morning, hey, how was work today, goodbye, or pay the bills, or just say something functional, and then you just move on. The silent killers of your relationship. You've asked the question, how do we build quality? Now the other question of what are the silent killers? Those things that they're not, they are silent. So you don't even know that it's inching away the quality of your relationships. The first and the one you must never ignore is neglect and contempt. It is that sense of just neglecting or abandoning the care of your spouse or the development of your relationship. It is many times covered by function or structure. The house is running, the kids are running, the businesses are running, there are payment systems already scheduled. So things are going on, but there is pure neglect. There is contempt. There is that sense of asking, how are you 3 days later when something went wrong? And that process of having zero expectations, those are silent killers. Another one is that taking me for granted. That, nothing, don't worry, you will not be upset. Nothing will happen. So the person over the years, you've come to say, no, you make promises that you never fulfill, and we laugh about it. They're there, they're silent, inching away. They're underwater currents creating strong erosion, but they're just there silently. Another one is silence. We're not saying anything. We're not fighting. There's no aggression, but there's silence. The silence is so loud that we find, it's like being in a beautiful house with so much, yet all you can hear is the sound of silence. You can hear it. Both of you are completely silent. All you say is, good morning, hey, how was work today, goodbye, or pay the bills, or just say something functional, and then you just move on. Or that silent and unrevealed resentment. That's another issue. You have not said anything, but you know that your spouse placed you below their family member or below, work or something. You just made a mental note and you did, They heard you, and instead of them to have responded, or instead of him or her to have responded, they let that slide. That was an opportunity to deal. So that silent resentment is there. Another one is unresolved past issues. Conflicts that you have swept under the carpet. Okay, maybe you're not using carpet. Rug. They're there. They're just there. Waiting for the opportunity and you see, the more they gather, the more you have eruptions. Now, sometimes there's no aggression. There's no disagreement. One of the parties has just decided to agree to everything. Says, whatever you want is fine. It's fine. I'm okay. Is that what you want? Fine. And you have not discerned that, hey, something is eroding away. Another big killer is that emotional affair that you have developed with somebody or something else. But that feeling of justification, because, I'm not really doing anything. Nothing happened. That sense, that's another silent killer, because that emotional affair will erode your emotional bandwidth, take you completely away. And by the time you get home, you don't have any energy. You're even exhausted. You don't want to do anything. connection with your spouse. So that's another one. And those family influences or agencies that we talked about before, those external agencies that can negatively impact on both of you. And disinterest is another one. I think if you take some of these things I've mentioned and begin to do the checkbox, this one I'm not sure, this one I'm not sure. But remember, the one that nails it all is the combination of neglect and contempt, or taking for granted. The combination of those two, they are the ones that put the nail on the coffin of a relationship. So if you find yourself in this position, or you found maybe even your family members in this position, alarm bells should go up to say, hey, this thing you are doing, this silence. When last you talked to your husband? Like 3 days ago. Wow. 3 days ago. You didn't check in every day. Wow. That's silence. That silence is too long. You need to close that gap. You have made a statement about the disagreement you have with your wife. I said, have you told her? I said, no, when did it happen? A month ago. And you're allowing the resentment to build and build and build. No. You need to deal with it. You need to put it on the dresser. Today, let's look at this. Okay. So each of the ones I've mentioned, look at it again and determine how you will deal with them and begin to roll them. The reason many people don't deal with it because they are silent killers. They don't show. But they were not fighting. That's why you find somebody just packs his load and left the home and says, I've never seen them fighting. They never quarrel. Why? But you didn't realize that there were things beneath the waters consistently eroding their affection, their love, togetherness, and the relationship is just a shell. But if you look at these things, you can surely recover and make it a success of a relationship.